U.S. home sales spike in July after a sluggish June. Competition heats up for desirable properties, and a local realty company welcomes some great new additions to their team. All that and much more. Keep watching. Your real estate news starts now. Thank you for watching the Real Estate News. I'm Jenny Lockhart, and here are your headlines. National home sales increased sharply in July to 5.39 million after they stumbled, finishing at 5.06 million in the month of June. July 2013's numbers are 17.2% higher than July 2012. Sales have remained above 2012 levels for 25 months. Chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, Lawrence Yun, credits the rise in interest rates for pushing buyers off the sidelines, noting that the initial rise in interest rates provided strong incentive for closing deals. The median existing home price for July was $213,000, which is 13.7% above July 2012. The median price has risen at double-digit rates for the past 8 months and is now 7.3% below the all-time record of $230,400 in July of 2006. If you are one of the many real estate professionals confused about all the changes to the National Flood Insurance Program, there'll be a flood insurance seminar on Thursday, September 5th from 2 o'clock to 3:30 p.m. Speaking will be representatives of Wright Flood, and the event is hosted by Turbeville Insurance Agency. Reserve your place by emailing Christy at Christy@BeaufortSCRealtors.com. Celia Dunn Sotheby's International Realty welcomes 3 new sales associates to its Bluffton office at 52 Calhoun Street. Terry Dangler and Bill Rupp work together as the Rupp Dangler team and have experience in real estate, marketing, and business. Dangler is licensed in South Carolina, New York, and Pennsylvania. She's a certified Realtor Institute graduate, residential specialist, accredited buyer's representative, and residential marketing master. Rupp is from Pennsylvania and has experience in business investments for residential and commercial properties. Judy Collins is from Tennessee and recently was the Director of Sales and Marketing at a hotel corporation based out of Savannah. For more information about these agents, visit CeliaDunnsIR.com. The state reports a San Diego real estate developer was charged Tuesday with misappropriating more than $400,000 that investors had paid him for developing land in Louisiana. The developer, Mark A. Hoffman, 55, was charged in federal court with 1 count of wire fraud. The charge is contained in a bill of information, which typically signals that a defendant is cooperating with the government. Hoffman allegedly used that money to pay for personal expenses and repay debts. Prosecutors say Hoffman and others falsified bank statements to hide his unauthorized use of the funds. The charge carried against Hoffman carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Well, if you're in the market to buy a house, be prepared for some competition. As the market continues to heat up, buyers are facing the reality that properties are receiving more than one offer. According to Redfin, a web-based national real estate brokerage, 63% of all deals involved multiple offers. The highest demand segments of the market are either heavily discounted foreclosures or former foreclosures that have been remodeled and are move-in ready. Multiple offers have been happening in all price ranges, with the winning bidders often paying more than the asking price. The good news for buyers is that the number of multiple offers has been slowly slipping from a high of 75.7 in March. Redfin is based in Seattle and tracks listings in 22 metro areas. If you'd like additional information on these headlines, please reference the media sources you see on your screen. Also, you can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Stay with us because after the break, Ron Beauchamp, owner of Beauchamp Residential, will be joining us with some helpful information from the world of custom home building. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Ron Beauchamp, owner of Beauchamp Residential. Welcome, Ron. It's great to have you back with us today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So the growth in the home building industry has been making headlines all summer. So could you discuss the importance of managing the business of building a custom home?
Sure. The way I look at things as a custom home builder is it's a very large investment for my clients. they are putting a lot of money down for a service and an end product. Managing that money for the client is a very important factor throughout the home building process. We start with the lot purchase, financing, and then there's a draw system as the home is built that the client will pay to a builder, such as myself. And it's a builder's responsibility to ensure that that money is being processed, invested, and that everything is getting paid on time and properly. It's a large amount of money that's going out the door for a client, and I want them to feel comfortable that their investment is safe with me. And I spend a lot of time making sure that during the communication process throughout the building of the home, that they understand where every dollar is being spent.
Well, absolutely. That's very important. I mean, it takes a lot of trust, especially if people are building and they live out of town as well.
Absolutely.
Now, quality is a big buzzword in the industry. Obviously, everybody wants the best possible quality, and it's something they should be looking for. Could you give us your definition of quality?
Sure. Quality to me, it means a lot more than just the quality of construction. Of course, in my world as a custom home builder, quality of construction is number one. But in order to get that quality of construction, it has to be a quality relationship with my client. I have to have quality contractors working for me to ensure that the job is getting done right. I have to have quality systems and quality procedures and quality policies. Quality means a lot more than just simple quality of construction at the end of the day, and I try to approach the overall process as well as the construction of the home with the word quality as number one.
Now, a common question, when building a home is, what does it cost to build per square foot? Could you explain that for us, the meaning of that expression?
It's a tough definition. My analogy is always when you go to the grocery store and you have 2 bags of groceries on the at the checkout, how much does that bag of groceries cost? It really depends what's in it. Is it the prime rib and the wine, or is it the Spam and the beer?
Right.
So during the cost per square foot, I'd like to start really with where the client wants to be from an overall budget perspective and work backwards to where they need to be. I can tell you pretty much what it's going to cost for the bricks and sticks of the home. It's what's going in it, what's the countertops, what's the cabinets, what are the plumbing fixtures, how much do you want to spend there, at what level of quality do you want to be there, what value.
I'm sure the details of a home would have a direct impact in the cost per square foot.
That's correct. A larger home is going to cost a little bit less per square foot to build than a smaller home. I mean, if you think a 3,000 square foot home with 3 bathrooms is going to cost X amount of dollars per square foot to build, a 2,000 square foot home with 3 bathrooms is going to cost Y. Typically, that 2,000 square foot home is going to cost a little bit more because you're still spreading the cost of 3 bathrooms over less square footage.
Sure. Now, do you have a niche in which you specialize?
I try to specialize in what I call the dream of everybody's low country home. Mm-hmm. I do have a bit of a niche in the low country market where if you think of a low country home, the large porches, the special details, the big shutters, the great outdoor living spaces, I really try to specialize in ensuring that your dream of a low country home is what you get.
Well, it sounds like you really are on the ball with taking care of everything your client could possibly need. So thank you so much for your time today, Ron, and all of this helpful information. And stay with us. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. We had a chance to sit down with Beth Drake from Keller Williams Realty, and here's what she had to say. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'd love to. I'm a full-time realtor with Keller Williams here on the island. I'm originally from South Carolina and have lived here just about my whole life. Married, have 2 boys, one going off to college this year. Also a black lab named Allie who loves the beach down here. I graduated from the University of Georgia with a Bachelor of Fine Art degree in interior design. And that has been a huge help in the real estate business because not only do I have the construction experience, I can help my clients visualize the homes if they feel like they need to buy a fixer-upper, or I can give them an estimated cost. There's a lot of benefits that come into that. So, but on top of that, of course, with staging, when I list homes, you get free staging when you work with Beth. And then on top of that, I'm also a member of the Institute of Luxury home marketing. There's only a handful of realtors in this area with this degree. And what this certification does is it really helps to market the homes and also work with affluent buyers in the area.
Well, can you give us a little information about the condo market in particular on the island?
Oh, I'd love to. One of the best things about selling real estate here on Hilton Head is it is such a fun family getaway place. There's so much to see and do, and it's all year round. And I think that's what has helped the villa market stay strong here. You can see from this slide in the last 6 months, the prices have been appreciating. You can't get the deals that we could get 2 years ago, and that's good for the island as a whole. Right now, one of the good deals on the island, that's one of my listings, is a villa located in the complex Villa Mar, which is located in Palmetto Dunes. As a show special, if you call me and mention this show, the seller has agreed to reduce the price by $15,000.
Wow. Now, could you give an example of what a potential investment property would be?
Well, sure. There are so many investment properties. One particular one that I'd like to highlight that is a new listing is located in Port Royal. And this is a wonderful getaway for a large family, vacation home. But if you buy this and you want to rent it, this will gross up to $55,000 a year in rentals. So you can have a 4-bedroom, 4.5-bath home. The small complex has a pool and just within steps to the beach. So your return for investment over the long run should prove to be good.
Well, plus you have a great place to visit when it's not being occupied by renters.
Oh, that's true.
Now, what about, you mentioned earlier about luxury listings. Do you have any new luxury listings?
Oh, I do, and it's in one of my favorite communities. I love the beach, and I imagine most of us do if we're down here visiting. Leamington is a gated community within Palmetto Dunes. There's no short-term rental available here, and it's not allowed. You can have golf carts. So this home is over 5,000 square feet, and when I went for the listing interview, the first thing I noticed when I walked through the door was the unbelievable view. I love playing golf, and for golfers, as soon as you walk through the door, you see the golf course and then the lagoon. This is just a fantastic home. Granite counters, stainless steel. It's got all the bells and whistles. Game room. It's just fabulous.
Well, what a spectacular property. Now, for someone that's interested in this property or the other two you mentioned, how can they reach you?
The easiest way is just to call me on the phone, 422-7500. That's 843-422-7500. Or you can email me at beth@bethdrake.com. I have a full website, so feel free to search all you want.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, Beth. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Maria Scrip, owner of Remax Island Realty, stopped by to tell us about the real estate market north and south of the Broad. So let's take a look and see what she had to say. For our viewers that are unfamiliar with the area, could you explain a little bit about what you mean by north and south of the Broad?
Certainly. It's just a little bit of a geography lesson. It is north of the Broad would go, if you're heading down 170 toward Beaufort, it would be anything from Fripp Island all the way to the Broad River Bridge. And then south of the Broad, we pick up kind of Kalawasi Island on over to Sun City, Bluffton, and all the way to Hilton Head. So basically, north of the Broad, more of the Beaufort area, south of the Broad is going all the way over to Hilton Head.
Now, can you share with us some challenges realtors face when showing and selling property north and south of the Broad River?
Sure, there's a couple of things that they face. One is that we have 2 multiple listing services, and what the multiple listing service is what advertises your property on the internet and how you gain access to the home. And we actually have 2 in Beaufort County. We have Beaufort Multiple Listing Service and Hilton Head Multiple Listing Service. And one of the things that we do uniquely is that we have agents that are members of both of them, of the MLSs, and that makes it a little bit easier. But it can be a challenge if you're working south of the Broad and showing north of the Broad if you don't have the E-key to get into the homes. And then the other thing I would say is it's just such a broad, vast area, and there's so many different communities with so many different property owners associations, different amenities and everything, that it's just a lot to learn. So a lot of the realtors choose to break up and only sell south of the Broad or only sell north of the Broad. Chris and I are no exception. He sells north of the Broad and I sell south of the Broad. So it just makes it easier.
Now, and Fripp Island is one of the beachfront resorts north of the Broad River. Could you tell us
is.
a little bit about the real estate market in Fripp?
Sure. I'm going to make sure I get my statistics
Sure,
right. So far this year, there have been 32 homes and villas sold
Wow.
on Fripp Island. And I was really shocked at the statistic. There was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath Springtide villa that sold for $75,000 in February. I was shocked. That was an excellent buy. Whoever got that purchase, that was great. And then the highest one that sold was a 5-bedroom, 4.5-bath oceanfront home, and it sold for $1.26 million. So, exceptional buys.
Yeah, just so we have a comparison, can you share the lowest and highest oceanfront villa or home sales for Hilton Head?
Certainly. Now, just so you know, you're kind of comparing apples to oranges there. You know, it's a totally different market. But on Hilton Head there, the lowest price was a 1-bedroom, 1-bath seaside villa, and it sold for $110,000. And the highest priced home that has sold on Hilton Head that's oceanfront sold for $6 million.
Wow.
But it was fabulous. It was the Sea Pines oceanfront estate, so it was pretty incredible.
Now, how about the amenities and activities available on Fripp?
There's everything you can possibly think of. The one thing that comes to mind is the beauty and the scenery. There's over 175 different types of bird species out there. The deer actually run wild. They'll come almost right up to you. It's amazing, the wildlife out there. They also have 36 holes of golf. One of their golf courses was designed by Cobb, the other by Davis Love III, and they're both exceptional courses. So you've got golf, tennis, kayaking, boating, going dolphin watching, and of course 3.5 miles of beautiful beach.
Right. Well, listen, thanks Maria for being with us and for all that helpful information.
Thanks.
Stay with us. After the break, David Carroll with Charter One Realty will be here to tell us what's hot in Sea Pines. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is David Carroll with Charter One Realty. Hi David, it's great to see you again.
Hey Jenny, thanks for having me on.
So you're always here telling us about the cutting edge of real estate. So tell us what's hot out there these days.
Well, definitely the host of this show is hot. And when it comes to real estate, right now Sea Pines Resort is very hot.
Okay, so tell us what makes Sea Pines so desirable right now.
What's happening right now, it can be answered in the way of called the Riverstone Group that's owned by Bill Goodwin and his son Matt. They are transforming Sea Pines right before our eyes.
Okay, so when you say transformed, how so?
Right down near the Beach Club and the Plantation Club, they are putting $30 million worth of new private investment in there. The Sea Pines Golf Clubhouse is about halfway completed, and they just began demolition on the Sea Pines Beach Club, and that new investment is really getting the attention of real estate buyers in our market today.
Well, I would imagine, I mean, it's been a long time since there's been any major changes in Sea Pines, so it's got to be kind of exciting, the wave of the future. So, you know, speaking of new developments, are there any new homes for sale in Sea Pines right now?
Well, right now there's actually only one new home that is on the market, and it's at 63 North Sea Pines Drive. It's a 5th row walkway home that's right on the beach walk. There's a 50-foot beach walk right next to it, and it's just a couple minutes to the beach. It's 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, has its own little private pool, and beautiful wood floors, nice open design, and everything's brand new.
That sounds amazing. So now Sea Pines is the largest plantation on the island. The home that you mentioned, is that anywhere near this $30 million renovation?
You know, as a matter of fact, it's really walking distance from the new Sea Pines Beach Club and the new Sea Pines Plantation Golf Clubhouse. And to be able to walk to those new amenities in a brand new home does add a whole lot of value to this house.
Absolutely. Okay, so now we're all interested. So what's the price and how can we see this home?
Well, this home is priced at $1,699,000, and you can have your realtor show it to you if you're working with someone, or if you would like my help, you can reach me at 384-8111. You know, this home has excellent curb appeal. A lot of the homes on the T streets that are second, third, fourth row are boxed in by other homes. This happens to be on North Sea Pines Drive. You have the bike path right in front, and unlike many of these other ocean-oriented homes, you have curb appeal. You can see the entire front of the home, and it's very striking when you first pull up to it. And you know, folks that have homes like that like for them to be seen.
Absolutely. Now, are there any other properties we should be aware of in Sea Pines at the moment?
You know, I've seen a big jump in Sea Pines sales, whether it's on the ocean at over $6 million or homes and condos that are around 200 or even under 400,000 for homes. I just sold one this week that was a 70s kind of beach house that was walking distance to the beach on Deer Run, and that just went under contract. And I also have a one-bedroom direct harbor front Ketch Court, number 835 Ketch Court, that's been completely redone. It shows like a model, has $1 million postcard view of the Harbortown Lighthouse and the marina, and that's on for $385.
Oh, wow. Well, especially just the location being on the south end of the island like that as well, plus everything that Sea Pines has to offer. It's such a desirable place to live, so that sounds amazing.
Well, we're attracting some new buyers in our market after all these years, and the new buyers with the new money are hearing about what's happening in Sea Pines, and I can tell you they're flocking to Sea Pines right now. It's a hot property.
They want to be a part of it. Well, that's great. Well, listen, thank you so much for joining us today and keeping us up to date on what's hot. And thank you for watching. I'm Jenny Lockhart. Join us next time for your real estate news.